What if I told you the real difference between someone searching for a business to buy and someone who owns one isn't how much cash they have? It's how they position themselves. See, the people who get stuck in searcher mode, they burn time, they scroll biz by sell, they hop on broker calls, and they get ghosted. But the people who close, they cross a line. They stop chasing deals and they start leading deals. They stop acting like a hungry buyer and start acting like a business sponsor, a magnet, a closer. This video is going to show you exactly how to make that shift. It's not magic, it's not hype, it's structure, mindset, and a few key moves. Hi, I'm John Stoddard. I've helped IRS close $33 million in small business acquisitions, and I've raised $50 million to fund deals. I help first-time buyers find, fund, and close their first business without wasting years chasing junk, overpaying, or getting smoked on due diligence. If you're working full-time and trying to acquire business on the side, this one is for you. Let's get into how you go from searching to owning. Number one, searcher versus sponsor. What does it really mean? Let's define some terms. A searcher is typically someone exploring the idea of buying a business. Sometimes they form a search fund, which raises commitments from investors, not actually wired funds, but agreements that say, hey, John, if you find the right deal, I'll back you. A sponsor, on the other hand, that's someone that knows their deal type cold, has a short list of investor interest already pre-warmed, shows up with a plan, not a pitch. Sponsors don't beg for capital. They present an opportunity. Here's a quick example. A client of mine was struggling with brokers to ignore him. He shifted his message from, I'm looking to buy a business, to, we're acquiring profitable businesses in X industry with X criteria. We're backed and ready to close. Brokers immediately started responding. Same person, same deal, different positioning. Number two, how to actually raise commitments, even if you're new. Let's crush this fantasy up front. You will not get strangers wiring you $1 million because you say, I'm looking for a good deal. But here's what does work and what it really looks like. So month one, you build this foundation. You define your thesis, your industry, your SDE range, your location. You talk to 10 to 20 seasoned buyers or investors. You write a 1 to 2 pages that articulate who you are, what you're buying, why it makes sense right now, how you'll operate it, and how investors benefit. What's their ROI? What are they looking at as far as IRR and multiple on invested capital? This isn't a deck, it's a thesis memo. Treat it like a mini investment memo. Ray Dalio said, he who lives by the crystal ball will eat shattered glass. That's why your memo should predict the future. It should anchor you in reality. The industry, the margin profile, the owner demographic, this demand signal. Month 3 to 4, you warm up capital. You reach out to people in your LinkedIn network who have done deals. You reach out to people on searchfunder.com who've done deals, wealthy operators who sold, people that have been on podcasts, friends of friends who invest in real estate or startups. Send the memo. Ask for feedback, not money. Why? Because if you ask for advice, you'll get interest. If you ask for money, you're going to get ghosted. The goal here is, Mr. So-and-so, would you be open to discussing this again when I find a deal that matches this thesis? If you get a yes, you now have a soft commitment. Stack 5 to 10 of those together, and you're not searching solo, you're searching with capital stacked behind you. Number 3, what investors really look for, even with first-time buyers. Forget this Shark Tank fantasy. Here's what real investors care about. Clarity is greater than charisma. They'd rather hear, I'm buying owner absentee pool companies in Arizona doing 800K in SDE, than something like this, I'm open to anything profitable. One of those statements makes them think safe operator. The other one screams, unfocused risk. Also, integrity over flash. Warren Buffett bought See's Candy not because it was sexy, but because management team was honest and consistent. You don't need a killer resume. You need a killer track record of showing up, staying transparent, and being honest. And skin in the game, whether it's 25K, 100K. They want to know you've got money in the deal. If you're raising 80%, you should show you're investing alongside them. You're not just collecting fees. Number 4, deal sourcing like a sponsor. A searcher waits for goods deals to show up on on-market broker sites. A sponsor builds systems to bring them in. That means, yeah, they're scraping biz by sell, local brokers, Vikings, Sun, Transworld, Florida's BBMS. And they're setting up LinkedIn outreach. They're doing centers of influence outreach, like getting referred by CPAs, attorneys, wealth advisors. They're monitoring Yelp, Google Maps, Apollo.io for off-market leads. For instance, here's a real-world example. I saw a Quiet Riot listing for a food blog doing 50 million of visitors a year. The owner and the wife took the ad revenue, nearly 170K a month, and cruised around the world with their kids. Wasn't a fluke. It was an asset, cash flowing asset, not a job. And the sponsor who bought it, already thinking about bolt-ons. Number 5, what it looks like when you operate like a sponsor. Let's say you close. What now? Here's what separates the dabblers from the pros. The first 90 days, execute a pre-close transition plan. They retain key employees. They build seller goodwill for smooth knowledge transfer. They review all the SOPs, vendor contracts, and the cash flow. Also, they start thinking about what a portfolio looks like or a holding company. Many first-time buyers are one and done, but many also become second-time buyers if they have their system in place and they structure it to scale. They don't work in the business, they work above it. They build a small ops team, stack reoccurring revenue, and increase valuation. Buffett didn't stop at Nebraska Furniture Mart. He saw a flywheel and kept buying great operators. If you want the exact playbook I use to help first-time buyers go from working full-time to owning a profitable business, grab my playbook. It's in the description. It's $19.99, and it walks you through on-market, off-market sourcing, valuation methods, and how to raise capital for that equity gap. To be honest, buying a business is not easy, but you don't have to figure out it alone. Shortcut their learning curve. I'm John Stoddard, and I'll see you on the next one.